Hello boys and not boys, and welcome back to the Crusader playthrough on episode 6 now. I have done a little bit of progressing while between videos basically. So I'll just talk you through what happened. So we were fighting the French on behalf of the Germans, and they declared peace. So then we started fighting for Denmark against these guys, which I think is these guys, the Kievan Rus. And then they declared peace. And then we joined the English to fight against... who were they fighting? They were fighting the French. So obviously in a conflict between the English and French, we're going to side with the English. And they have literally just declared peace. We've come a long way finance-wise. As you can see, the mercenary contract is paying out well. We're earning quite a bit of money. My influence has dropped a little bit since the war ended. What else has happened? Inventory-wise, not a lot's happened. I got a new tabard. I think that's all that's changed there. Oh, and I got some chainmail for the horse. Blood Axe is now a representative of the Chainmail Collective. He's just covered in chainmail, but it's all good stuff for him. The Grizzled, he got a bit of an upgrade as well. And then the Spice Vendor, she's just got an upgrade. She was actually captured during the last war. So I need to set her off again, actually. I'll do that now. Because in the nearest town. So yeah, now we're looking for the next people that we're going to... partake with, because the English are no longer at war with anybody. Not trade. Talk.
Yours is not a face I know.
Caravan, 15k. Spice Vendor. Sweet. Right, she's off doing that now. In fact, we'll check the quests. What quest you got? Merchant Caravan, gang needs recruits. Nope, neither of those I'm interested in. Let's head around here. Inventory-wise, we are hoarding a little bit of loot. I've used most of it to level up the troops, but we're hoarding quite a lot of, well, just generic battlefield loot, really. Stuff you find when you've been at war for a while. We got some pretty cool stuff, but by and by, it is what it is. It's just generic war loot. Right, let's hit the Kingdom tab, see who's still at war. So the Romans are fighting the Byzantine. The Sultanate is fighting the Sultanate. Oh, so there's plenty of people at war, just not France and England and Denmark. So do we join the Holy Roman Empire? Yeah, why not? The problem is, because we've got the... I know it seems like I'm wasting influence here, but 18 influence is nothing. It's not gonna make a dent. Troops-wise, we've got a pretty decent core of sergeants. We've got a decent core of crossbowmen as well, and then we got some English champions. And as I said before, as I explained before in the video, I am not upgrading them to the next rank of Lionheart because their armor actually gets worse. The skills get better, but their armor gets worse, which I don't understand why that's the thing. But it is what it is, and I've just got some top-up troops that I've picked up. To cover the losses that we've had in previous. In fact, I might as well. I also have the perk now where I can give up weapons for experience. So I've been giving up weapons and armor for experience for quite a while. I've been doing exactly what I said I'd do. I've been attacking the smaller groups and taking them down. One thing I do is, when I attack the smaller groups, if it's overwhelming numbers, normally I just auto-resolve. Obviously, I won't do that while we're playing because that's a bit boring to watch somebody just repeatedly auto-resolve battles. But when I'm doing it on my own, unless there's a significant reason for me not to auto-resolve, I just auto-resolve it. That's 46 upgrades. English infantry to man-at-arms. Footmen to infantry. Billmen to Volgia. Yep. Nope. Done. That'll do us for now. Oh, we're still rocking some prisoners as well. We'll just drop those off at the nearby town. Prisoners have been quite lucrative for us. I do want to look to see if there's any armor upgrades. Yeah, prisoners have been quite lucrative for us. When I finish a battle, I always make sure that I am carrying the most expensive prisoners, so the tier 5, tier 4 prisoners. Got diddly squat, really. It annoys me because there is plate armor in this game available, but you have to wait until the sort of economy of the game gets to the point where it'll be available. So you just got to kind of constantly check. Here we go, look. 59k. $59k for plate armor. $52k. I mean, we've got enough, but I don't really want to spend that much on it. Plate boots we can get. Western ornate full plate helmet we can get. That looks pretty cool. Trimmed plate boots. I might grab those actually. I do want to start picking up 38k for this one. Yeah, look at that. There's some really nice looking armor in the armor pack attached to this. What do we do? What do we do? Definitely want the plate boots, the trimmed plate boots. I'll have those. There doesn't seem to be anything really. There's a few helmets, but they're all quite expensive. Armored coat of plates. That's a pretty pimp bit of gear. Now we'll leave it at that for now. We'll sell some stuff to offset the cost. That'll do. That'll do. We'll check the other towns real quick. This is the Holy Roman Empire. Look at these guys, they're pimped out. Oh. 210. That's fine. That war's almost over. Damn it. Right, we're going to have to divert to the conflicts front so we get some action before this war resolves. Keep our eyes open just for any enemy parties. Oh, there's a town under siege. That might be a good opportunity to get involved. So that's 7, that's 1,000 versus 1,200. We'll help you out. Oh, this should be a brutal battle. Just make sure we've used any focus points or anything before we go in. Let's go.
On my command! Footmen!
Okay, I'm commanding my own troops. That's good.
Cavalry, charge!
We'll make a point of taking care of the horse archers. It's one.
Everyone, after me!
I deliberately left my men behind because I didn't want them to get too involved in that mess.
Infantry forward! Forward! Archers! Forward! Cavalry! Give Give him hell!
Oh crap, I almost got took out then. I'm down. That was a mistake. I mean, I'm not an expert, but this does not look like it's going in our way. No, we could have lost. We've lost this. I'm going to bail out. Five. I lost everyone. 87 wounded. That's mad. Yeah, I don't think me going down helped there at all. Oops. Right, let's go and replenish our troops. Oh, that was disappointing. That could have been a really epic battle. That early lance hit that I took just completely wiped out my health out. I didn't see it coming either. Spice vendor's not earning a lot of money at the minute because she's got to build up our inventory again. I've got a focus point. That's cool. I popped that into athletics. How many horses did we lose? Oh, 4. That's not too bad. How many infantry did we lose? A lot. No, 34 cavalry we're supposed to have. We lost a lot of cavalry. It's rough. Oh, that was almost an entirely T5 army as well. It was just lost. I'm really gutted about that. That was brutal. But I also have to hold my hands up and say it was my fault for rushing in. When I'm on horseback, I just get over eager and I want to get stuck in. And I shouldn't. In fact, another quick scout for armor, see if I can make myself a little bit more resilient to be in one shot. Nope. Apparently not. Six. That will do. What we'll do is those recruits, I will replace them with better troops if we find them on our little jaunt around. And again, we need to find somebody else to work for because this war is over. Oh, no decent armor in there. Right. I need one more horseman. Ooh, some goodies to be had here. Nope. It's weird because it's normally this this one here and the other two that have got the best sort of armor available in the normal game. That's fine. We shall persist. I have one more horseman than I should have, so I do need to get rid of Squire there and a recruit. Just a straight up Squire. Squire. I'm hoping that shortly the Germans will declare war on somebody else, or the whole Holy Roman Empire. I'm not sure why it's named as both. Okay, these guys look like they've got some bits. Or not. Just a few helmets. Nothing special there. Now there is a metalsmith and an armourer up here, so there we go. Trim plate mittens, we'll take those. Tabard over a coat of plates. Western Curricus. It's not as good as what we've already got. That looks pretty cool. See if we can offset this a little bit. We will get 7,000. Cool. I really want a better chess piece though. That's what I'm anchoring for. Just because I'm pretty sure, from my angle at least, it looked like I took that lance straight in the chest. Which makes sense. But if I can avoid being in that situation again, I'd like to. And what I probably need to get used to doing is not being in the thick of the action. Sort of letting other people take the risks. So it looks like the only place that's got a decent set of armor is Tarbes, or Orch, I can't remember which one it was. And that was like 55k. Ish. I don't want to pay it, but times are hard, man. Have I got a point for riding? That'll do. Perks like that, the morale damage to troops from mounted kills, they don't really mean anything because a lot of the AI have got that perk that prevents level 3 troops from fleeing. So it's like, if you've got that perk, it doesn't really matter if I've got something that impacts their morale because they're not going to flee anyway. Oh, here we go. So the real question is, do we go straight up 50k, 67k for the 50-30-30, or do we go 59k for the 45-20-20? I don't see the point in half-arsing it. There we go. And then we can give that to you, and you can give that. Oops, actually, yeah, more consistent. Sell that. It's going to cost me 65k. 30k once I've sold all the weaponry. Fine. Right. Now I am in better condition. Okay, I'm going to auto-resolve against a few of these
You got
bandit groups just to see if I can get some... A, get some loot, and B, get some experience for my guys. If you can imagine those little auto-resolves there, I didn't want that either. I spent quite a while just running around attacking small groups of 50 to 60 opponents, just cashing in on their defeat. Right, I don't think the Roman Empire is going to declare war on anybody, so let's see who's at war now. Is the English at war again? They are not. No, 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 no. Oh, nobody's at war. Literally no one. Oh, fine. Any towns rebelled? Nope. Okay. So at the minute we're stuck doing hideouts and chasing down bandit groups. Small amounts of XP. No, I'm not taking those as prisoners, they're not worth anything. I'm not picking up the loot, I'm just letting it trickle over to the XP pot. Right, hang on. $13 out of 26. We need a good old, like a big fat group of looters, is what we need. I could buy some low tier weapons and just trade them in. That's a possibility. Normally up here you get some fat groups of looters. To the sort of west, you get some little groups. There you go, look.
We've got no...
on my orders.
We need to split out our recruits again. So we had 26, something like that.
Foot move.
Yeah, 26 on the nose. 26 v 26.
Infantry. Move. Infantry! Move! Archers, move! Stand apart!
I'll let the crossbowmen have a little bit of a pop. Just to thin the numbers down a little bit. Tell you what, my guy's starting to look a lot more like a Crusader, isn't he? Well, more like a medieval knight.
Bowman, hold up! Infantry! Soldier, charge!
One looter knocked out. Sorry, one recruit knocked out. One recruit dead. Oh. We get enough for all the remaining recruits? We did. Good. Take all that crap. Right. You guys don't matter right now. You guys need to get a full group before I do anything with you. So what are we on? 26 archers. We need 35. So 10 of you guys need to actually become crossbowmen. And then the rest of you need to become infantry. And that's pretty much where we are at. But at least now we don't have any low-level dudes. Tavern, Princess Nest, go, leave. I'm keeping my eye on down here. See if anybody does go to war while we're out and about. Yes. Oh, Paris has rebelled. Right, let's get going. Down here is normally when you find some small parties. It's very rare you'd ever catch my army waiting in a village. We'd be waiting in a town, if anything, so the other perk options seemed a bit redundant. Caravans. Start raiding villages so we can provoke an attack. There we go.
It's been...
So this one I would normally auto-resolve. Because it's such a small... Look, there's such a small figure that we'd be able to take them out easily. And then you run around and gather loads of them up. I do 4, 5, 6 of them, and then you trade the... It doesn't really matter what we do on setup because they're not going to come for us. Oof. I'm 200 away.
Archers, loose formation. Footmen, move forward. Cavalry, forward. Infantry, forward. Archer, move forward.
Gradually making our way down.
Footmen, move, move. Infantry, move. Arrows. Forward! Cavalry! Forward! Infantry! Move!
I love that hail of arrows that just comes from the crossbowman.
Infantry! Forward! Move! Move! Forward! Move it!
crossbows is just deadly. You are my prisoner, as are all of your men. Upgrades time, not you guys. Not you guys. 6 of the 17 footmen, they can wait for a little bit. 4 out of 4 of the crossbowmen, so they can be upgraded. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for now. Take those, take those. Everything else can be used for XP. That's fine. Right, we don't want to finish raiding, so if we do that, some of our companions will get a bit tetchy. Who comes over with 9 troops? Start end raiding. That's got nothing left. 684 defend that. How many parties? One party is 70. He knows he can't beat me, which is why he's staying in there. Oh, he's come out. Come on, my son. We'll use the village for level up purposes. So obviously we don't want to... Oh, this is quite a nice map, actually. That took me by surprise, that did. That's actually a lovely little map. I like that. Put our crossbowmen on the hilltop. Infantry down here. Low level infantry in front. Cavalry at back. The cavalry won't see any action in this one.
Infantry! Charge!
Ooh. Hang on, there's somebody still alive. Someone's being chased. No prisoners. Genuinely no prisoners. They're not worth anything, so I don't want to clog up my prisoner pool with them, as bad as that sounds. 1 out of 2, 12 out of 17, 2 out of 3, 5, da 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 da. 1 out of 1. You do you, boo. 3 out of 5, 6 out of 11. Alright, that's fine. Done. Yes, we're leaving the prisoners behind. Food we'll take. Horses we'll take. The rest is XP. Sorry, mate. Did you want something? Wait. Oh, that's caravan. I'm getting some silver ore from this, and that's quite expensive. Come here. Coward. Right, let's go and find someone to fight. 54 villagers. That's probably the biggest villager party I've ever seen. Okay. I mean, I was willing just to take their stuff, but if they insist on it being a fight.
On my orders! Infantry forward!
Oh, you guys are going to mow them down.
Move! Arrows!
But not before.
Move! Move!
In fact, this is a
Forward!
strategy I used to use back in the day when I first started playing Mount and Blade.
Forward!
You stretch out your
Forward! Loose formation!
crossbowmen.
Move!
You need them in a line of 2.
Move!
That's it. Like that. And that way,
Archers forward!
everybody can pretty much see a target.
Footmen! Infantry!
But then you stretch your infantry behind them.
Move!
And what you do is let the archers do their thing. And then, once the archers have had their fun, you then switch out. You just send the infantry running through. And because they're in spread formation, they can path straight through the middle like this. And then charge while your crossbowmen are still firing. And what that does is it gives you that opportunity to take as many bolts as you can to their faces until you have to engage.
Infantry! Move!
Oh, they're running away. No? Are they? They're doing nothing. What's the carry, boys? Are you just stood there waiting to be shot at? I mean, that's fine. We can do that.
Bowmen forward! Move! Soldiers! Forward! Forward!
Oh, they're protecting their goods. Gotcha. It's a bit like a caravan attack. I'll be honest with you, it's been a very long time since I actually attacked a group of villagers. Oof.
Infantry! Kill them all! Archer, hold fire!
Yeah, so the morale's already broken on a few.
Cavalry charge!
I probably left that a bit too late. Looks like the morale broke on all of them. Cool. Again, didn't want to kill him. Just wanted this stuff. Suppose it impacts the French's ability to make money, so it's not too bad. There's no one here. 290 defending that castle. It'd be a while, but I will get to a point where I'll be able to 808, what's the garrison? 290. We'll make it 390, almost 400. Don't get involved for a minute. Let's just deal with this first. I lost no one.
You arrived just in time.
I'm aware. Shiny. Shiny. The rest suck. Done. Going to really think about our upgrades now. So I'm going to have to break in to help defend. But the reason I want to do this is because this is a huge party. If my men get the majority of the kills, then we will basically be capturing most of these lords. The influence gain will be amazing. Whatever prisoners is left over, we can immediately sell at the tavern. Whatever lords, we can immediately trade in for influence. And the loot that we'll get from this should be amazing. If we can hold it. And we only lost 12 dudes. And we've already got 3 catapults up. So we're in a good spot. Oh, the grizzled. Our charge damage taken. See, when it comes to speed, this is a question that I've not been able to answer myself. Oh, excuse me. Is when he's talking about speed, my projectile that I fire from a crossbow has a speed rating. And theoretically, I'm firing that while I'm on foot. So that 30% damage bonus, does that equate to projectiles? I don't think it does. In which case, this perk is useless for this guy. We got a perk as well. He is my scout, isn't he? He is, yeah. So, probably scouting's the best thing for you to put that focus point into, my boy. Yeah, don't worry about those guys. We got a bunch of armor and stuff we can trade in for. Yeah. Might as well trade inks if we get squibbed. Not going to be able to use it anyway. Well, we're about as ready as we're going to be. So they've got 1 battering ram and 1 tower. I fancy our chances on this one. That means once the tower's down and the battering ram's down, we only have to deal with 1 entry point at the wall. And as my marksmen are the highest level marksmen, and my current game settings are the highest level troops out first, we should be okay. Get out of my way, please. Yeah, that's my sergeant that just nailed a bunch of guys. Might as well drop this spear because I'm not going to need it. It's my guys manning that catapult. My guys in the windows. My guys up top. Yeah, it looks like it's brought the majority of my troops out. I've got 109 people on the field of 130, so that's fine. That sergeant's mopping up. Right, just for laughs, give me that. Give me those. I'm not even an archer. But I'll participate. 3 damage. I am really not an archer. Another 3 damage. Oh, call me Robin Hood. 3 more damage. I think I'm just shooting the same guy in the big toe. Oof. That was a big hit. See if I can snipe him. I can snipe him. Oh, I absolutely cannot. Oh, my crossbow, my guy went down. No, he didn't. That one wasn't mine. Alright, where's that tower? That tower might actually make it. That would be bad. Alright, let's stop playing now. Any rocks nearby? What are you doing? I think I just messed up my only chance to get a decent shot off on them. I did. Oh, Jesus. I might have missed, but that guy didn't. Just call me the sniper. Excuse me. Right, hang on. They're going to need me on the wall. Hey. Get off my wall. I'm forever chopping bad guys all the live long day. Excuse me, Spider-Man. Practically fought them back down the
Infantry! Footmen! Move!
No, that won't be them. Yeah, it is. They're coming back, look.
Footmen! Raise your shield! Infantry! Move!
Is that a pike? Give me that pike. Might be able to throw it over. Yeah, there we go. That crossbowman's going fisticuffs. How about the foul demon? They're running. Chase after him.
Everyone, attack! Everyone, attack!
I don't think we're going to catch up. Nope. I think that was a good defense. What did we get? Our party got 238 kills. 111 coming from our crossbowmen, of which we lost one. 28 coming, 71 coming from our sergeants, of which we lost one. And then 12 coming from our English crossbowmen, of which we lost one. So our crossbowmen did the heavy lifting there. And they're still doing the heavy lifting. How many prisoners did we get? 91 influence we got, that's big. 1, 2, 3. We got a friend. 3? I think we got robbed on the prisoner front there. We're going to take all 391 of these guys because we're not leaving the town. Ooh. Ooh. Our infantry guy's about to get an upgrade. Again, we'll take everything. Because we're not leaving the town. Oh, wait, was it a castle? Oh, it's a town. Turn to the town. We're going to go straight to the keep. To the dungeon. Oh, we can't donate prisoners because they've got too many. That's fine. Tavern district. Choose prisoners to be ransomed. We shall get rid of everyone that is not a noble. So we got 18,000 gold's worth of prisoners, which is pretty sweet. No sisters. Since I made that declaration that we were going to recruit any sisters that we found, I've not found any. Right, that is what you're already wearing. You're going to get a nice helmet upgrade. Your hands are already better. Oh, legendary mail mitts. No, mine are better. Cool. Yeah, why not? That looks a bit better. Now you're going to get an upgrade. And an upgrade on the hands as well. And an upgrade on the feet as well. And an upgrade on the helmet. Man's getting upgrades all over the place. Cool. We do have other... Oh, I could give him that, but the Pervasive is just such a huge shield. It looks weird. The bracketed heater shield is legitimately a aesthetic choice. Like, it's not something that he's offering me any sort of bonuses. Right, we'll do done. We'll turn the cattle into food. Done. And then we'll sell it all to this place. Well, not all of it, but... Decrease damage from range attacks by 10. I think we've already got like a 15. Yeah, we have. So don't need that, or that. Don't need the linen, the poultry, that, or the hides, or the hardwood. Fish, salt. Salt we don't need. Eat grapes, grain. Grain we can half. A little less than half, to be fair. We don't need that much. Keep 200 grain. But we'll drop the meat down significantly, down to about 100. Could do with some fish. Take all your beer and grapes. And your olives. And your cheese. We got 20k from that as well. And we haven't even sold all the armor and everything. And this is why, when it comes to making money, you can smith. Smithing is a perfectly good way, and you get decent weapons from smithing, and I would recommend smithing as a method of making money. But it's not the only method of making money. I make far more money. I make far more money. I make much more money from war than I ever would from smithing. Yeah, he's in bad shape.
Forgive me.
This is the last fight we'll do today, and then we shall call it a day.
Under my orders!
Just mopping up the remnants of...
Infantry! Soldiers!
re-merge my inventory back into one. That's fine. Yeah, they're running. That's fine. We got 41 infantry, only 5 archers.
Soldier, follow me!
I'm quite happy with my new suit of armor. I'm looking pretty swish. Eventually, when we get to like having family and stuff, I will have all of my family and
Archers,
companions in full suits of armor.
forward! Infantry! Forward! Horsemen! Move!
I've got a feeling the crossbowmen are going to be doing the heavy lifting here. Bruh.
Archers, move! Infantry, move! Cavalry, forward! Footmen! Charge! Arrows! Hold fire! Bowmen! Charge!
Now, I hope that was a good example of that tactic I was telling you about earlier on, where I leave the crossbowmen open.
Bowmen, fire!
And then, once the infantry's passed through their line, yeah, so you saw in that last bit there that I left a big gap in between the crossbowmen by putting them in single file. So when I charged the infantry through them, they passed directly through the crossbowmen into the opposing infantry. And as soon as that was done, I then told the crossbowmen behind them to hold fire and then charge, which then effectively turns those crossbowmen into another group of infantry. We lost one dude. Eh, not terrible loot. It's not the best I've ever had, but it's not terrible. Right, we need to offload these prisoners somewhere where we're going to get credit for them. So we'll head over to this castle. Oh, bless you.
It's been a...
We'll just auto-resolve this one. Another one to the pile. Right, so now we're in a situation where we've got too many prisoners. Or rather, we've got prisoners we can't take. So we take all the T4, T5 prisoners. We come to tier, top down. And we start throwing people away from the bottom. Right, we've got T2s in here. We've got one T2. So get rid of him, replace him with a T3. And now I know I've got the highest value prisoners that I can have. Again, not the best loot, but not the worst. We got space. We're going to get 50 more influence donating those prisoners. Not to mention, you'll see the charm that we're going to get and the rep increase. 4 to 45. Increased by 30 to 75. Charm's gone all the way up to 159. 28 to 100. 40 to 100. So this house now, we've got really good rep with them. So when it comes to setting up our own kingdom, when we start beating the snot out of these guys, because we've got really good rep with them, we'll be able to recruit them. This is interesting.
Now.
Now, I'm going to auto-resolve this one. I'm going to tell you why. If you look here, it's going to tell us that infantry gain a minor bonus, archers suffer a medium penalty, cavalry suffer a large penalty, and horse archers suffer a severe penalty. His entire army is made up of rangers and cavalry. He's only got 8 infantry, so we outmatch him quite severely. So we'll take him as well. Again, we do the prisoner shuffle. Take the really high level guys. Oh, we got a sword sister. Do we take the Crusader sergeants? No, we don't. We're not mucking our ranks with them. So, we'll flick the tier around again. Done. Oh no. We missed 2. Okay, this guy had some decent gear. Take all of that. I'll head back to the castle and dump that lord off. He's escaped from my party. I literally moved 2 steps. Yeah, he's legit gone. I literally moved 2 steps and he escaped. I mean, okay. Alright, let's head back down here and sell our prisoners. And then we will call it a day for now. Looks like there's more to be done up there. Tavern District. Ransom the prisoners. We've got another 5k there. We're getting 4k in from the influence that we've got now, so our money's doing really, really well. We've still got an inventory full of crap to sell, but we're not going to sell it. We're going to use it to upgrade the replacement troops for the ones that we just lost. Forestkin's a great perk to have for your scout. It means when you're running through woods, you get 50% less travel speed penalty. But only if your party's made up of 75% more of infantry units, which ours eventually will be. I rely on infantry much more than I rely on anything else. Don't care. Right, that's it. That's what we'll call it today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.